We are here to take care of the business of Northampton County. To all of you that are here, thank you for coming. I appreciate you being with us, keeping up with all the things that we're doing in our county. As you know, as we begin our meeting, we always have you to have a moment of silence for us. And we also have the Pledge of Allegiance. We at this time would ask that you would please for a moment, let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, will you please stand with me as we salute our flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All of our board members, you do know what our mission statement is. You know what our vision statement is. Again, as we begin this meeting, let's keep in mind what we're doing is for the betterment of Northampton County. Yes. So I just wanted you to know that every meeting, we know that what our mission is not anything personal. It is what we can do for Northampton County. At this time, you do have the agenda before you. Those are the things that we have on the agenda. It's really short, sweet, to the point. If there's anything you want to add to this short agenda, probably the shortest one I've ever had. I've been here. Anything you
I agree. Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the agenda.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
We'll probably second that we approve the agenda. All in favor that known by you sign aye.
Aye.
Broadnax Taylor.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried. At this time, we should have, hello,
Ms. Faulk.
Faulk.
Yes.
At this time, we should have a conflict of interest. I'm going to ask at this time if our attorney will read the conflict of interest for us.
Yes, sir. In accordance with the rules of procedures adopted by this board in section 153A-44 of the North Carolina General Statutes, it is the duty of every member present to vote on all matters coming before the board unless there is a conflict of interest as determined by the board or by law. Does any board member have a conflict of interest with respect to any agenda item coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and the board will consider the matter.
No conflict.
No conflict. Broadnax Taylor.
No conflict.
No conflict. I'm waiting to see if Commissioner Faulkner is on.
No conflict.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we shall proceed with our agenda. You do know, have a consent agenda. It's a little different from what we've done in the past. The consent agenda is that we've come up with, that we've discussed at our meeting before. And at this meeting, we bring it for a vote. At the last meeting, we bring it for information. You can take home and citizens will be able to see it. These are the things that we had at our last meeting that we want to bring before you tonight on this consent agenda for you to approve. There any questions about anything on our consent agenda? The agreement? Yes, okay.
Chairman Tyner, for the benefit of the commissioners, included in the consent agenda is the proposed interlocal agreement, which contains a proposed lease agreement between the county and Northampton County Schools. You will recall that there were a few suggested revisions that the board wanted. I've included it. Actually, it's attached. It's not in your board book, but I've handed up separately. Your revisions were incorporated into the draft under consideration tonight, and the two substantive revisions, you'll recall, one was that the school system provide monthly updates or monthly reports to the Board of Commissioners as opposed to quarterly reporting. And secondly, that the lease will end when the construction is complete.
Board members, you have anything you want to add to to this, see the turning. But is there anything else that we said in the last meeting? We are appreciative of the Board of Education for even allowing us to, even thinking about us doing this. And, it says a lot about them and what they want to do to make sure that our county continue to strive and move forward by having us to recoup the $1.5 million that we spent for the land. At this time, there is anything else on the consent agenda that we need an explanation of?
No, sir.
If not, could I have a motion, please? Not, could I have a motion that we approve the consent agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of consent agenda.
Second, we move to proper second that we approve our consent agenda. Are there any questions, any discussion? If not, all in favor, let known by usual sign aye.
Aye.
Aye. Broadnax Taylor,
Aye.
Aye. That's had. Commissioner Faulkner? Ayes have it. Say it again.
She said aye.
Okay. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you so much. I couldn't hear you. She said, I couldn't hear you. Okay.
That's that sales service in Northampton.
I am down by,
Okay, will do.
I am down by the school board of education. I'm on my way in.
Well, you better turn around because we're gonna be out of here when you get here. Oh, you come on.
I
Okay.
know. I'll come to
Okay.
smile. Okay.
Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. I was just joking. Okay, at this time, we have the consent agenda. Before you. Yes, sir. Yes, okay, now we're going to the citizens and county managers and or comments. Citizen, you don't have any? Okay, well, the county manager, what you have? And you need to tell us.
It's just, as you can tell, it is a short agenda, but just an update, I have been, I want to say terrorizing our auditor to get us our report, our 2022 report. We've done everything that we needed to do, and we're actually working on 2023 in anticipation when they finally get us that report that we can get them moving on the 23 audit. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add. Just thank everyone for coming out. We appreciate you. Even though it's a short agenda, we still appreciate you all showing up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions y'all got for the county?
No, sir.
At this time, we shall ask about Commissioner Taylor. Any comments you want to make today?
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. You all, I don't know if you had the opportunity, but we had a wonderful day in Seaboard on Saturday
Yes.
with the unveiling of the Dr. Nicholas Franklin Roberts historical marker. He was an educator, a minister, and a member of the Wake Board of Education. And we have a marker up, a beautiful marker. So I'm going to invite you all to come by and see that. Also on tomorrow at 3:00, we have our very own from Northampton County, and Mr. Calvin Bradley, who is a chaplain in Virginia. And he's going to be doing a webinar with some other chaplains talking about the historical records of Black chaplains in ministry. So that's on at 3:00 on tomorrow. Again, thank you all for what you do to help Northampton County be a better place to live and thrive.
This time, we're going to ask on Mr. Edwards, any comments?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just quickly, thank you everyone for coming and thoroughly enjoyed the ceremony for Dr. Roberts on Saturday. And also want to thank the 5th District for coming out at the Lake Gaston Community Center. We had a wonderful forum. Questions got asked, questions got answered, and we're looking forward to having more open forums quarterly at Lake Gaston Community Center. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. This time I'm gonna ask.
Thank everybody for coming out tonight. And another thing we had last week was the unveiling of the quilt
Yeah.
downtown at the Chamber of Commerce building. I encourage anybody that did not come to that to go down and see it. It's a handmade quilt with a square that represents every town in the county. And it's going to be on display at the Chamber of Commerce.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful quilt, very well done.
Thank you. Another. Another. Okay, how about?
I would just like to say that we are appreciative of all of the support given to the Cultural Arts Committee during the unveiling. It was great to see people from the various municipalities there to see the unveiling. I do want to remind our nonprofit organizations about the nonprofit grant with the county. Make sure if you don't have access to a printer in your organization that you come by the county manager's office and pick up one of those applications and get it in on time. And again, that is for nonprofit organizations, ones that have the official designation of 501c3, so that we can try to help extend the reach in areas within our community that our local government cannot do, but we can support those nonprofits and getting that work done down to the granular level. Again, thank you all for being here, and we look forward to continuing to move our county forward.
Thank you. Well, members, I want to take this opportunity to thank, first of all, you, the citizens, for coming. But I want you all to also understand we got the best county commissioners, best working group I've ever worked with. I want you to know that these county commissioners will give us their time to be where they need to be. I want to thank you, county commissioners, for representing us. You represent us very well. Still, I want to thank you for representing us two occasions I've been in. I thought maybe that you had had some practice from some dignitary about how you ought to say things when we in public hearing. I want to tell you, you got it, baby, and you represent us very well. I mean, ain't many folks I said would do better than that, but you did all right. I want you to know everywhere I've heard you. You've done well, and you represented us. Well, thank you all for being down at the library, board members. I want to thank all of you for being there. I could not be there, but that's what we're all about. We're working together. Togetherness is what it's all about. When we work together, folks, we can get the job done. So I want to say to the board members first, thank you for working so hard, all of us together, to making sure that things are done correctly in our county. I want to also thank you for reminding and the emails I see that you sending to our county manager, making sure the county manager is up to breast on things that he needs to know in the county. I want to say thank you for all that you do and happen our county manager. County manager, thank you and your staff for all that you do for Northampton County. It is without question that Northampton County, everybody now is recognizing Northampton County for all the kinds of works that we're doing. And I think one of the biggest one is of course our courthouse that everybody's just so proud of. We went in to look at the courthouse and it's just wonderful. And no one can really believe that we got that kind of quality workmanship, craftsmanship in the courthouse, but we got it. I also want to say that down to Rich Square, boy, am I enthused about Rich Square and its playground. I've been there twice, went there both times and late in the evening. And when I went there, children were out there in the fence on the playground equipment. I want to say to Rich Square, we're really proud of county, happy to do what we've done in Rich Square. I want you to know that our most of that was given to us by grants. We are certainly appreciative of all the people in the county who have worked so hard, or who've given us or provided for us for Creasy Playground. So I just want you to know, and I see some Rich Square people in here tonight, we're really proud. It's beautiful out there. It's just nice. I just want you to know it's nice. And of course, as we move along, more will be added as we move along. But thank you, the town of Rich Square, and thank you, Commissioner Fulton, for all that you've done to make sure that we kept that on our priority list. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you all of you, for everything that you're doing to make Northampton County better. Let me say the agenda is not long now because we're really waiting. So everybody will know we're really waiting for General Assembly to finish meeting. We're really waiting to hear from Washington, D.C. again, and we all hope to hear from them in the next 30 days, and then we'll have a lot more things on the agenda, and we'll be trying to move forward to do the kinds of things that we need to do. So I just want you to know that we're right now at a holding pattern until we get their board members. We will have a retreat. We will have a retreat as soon as we get this information, because there are a lot of things we have to make some decisions on. And then, County Manager, we can look at our budget where we are at this time, and we can do that, and we'll make that announcement as soon as we get word on the kinds of funds that we'll have in our county. And by that time, we hope to have our audit report done, that we can have an audit report along with what funds we have available for the county. I want to say again, thank you, citizens of our county. And I want you to know Northampton County is moving. I mean, it's moving. You will hear more about kinds of progress we're going to make in Northampton County. I see with us tonight is the president of Roanoke Community College. Thank you for coming and being a part. We know that Commissioner Fulton represent us there. We see our Board of Education member here with us tonight, and we're really appreciative of you all coming and joining in with us. There any other remarks? You want president of the community college? I've been informed by my cohort that perhaps we ought to just have you to say a few words that go there to the
Good evening, commissioners. Good evening, County Manager, and thank you for this opportunity. We're excited at Roanoke Community College. Our enrollment is up again, 21% for our curriculum and another 18% for our continuing ed. So we're very excited about that. I hope you all received the invitation that I sent you. We're having a Power of 15 kickoff on September 29th. It's from 9:30 to 1:30. And what that is that is a partnership between Roanoke Community College and Hertford County High School, where we are encouraging every high school student to graduate with a minimum of 15 credit hours before they leave high school. And so the high school will be bringing all 500 of their students over to the campus on the 29th, and we're going to get those students signed up to start working towards those 15 credit hours. So we're very excited about that partnership.
Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. Glad to have you. We do know that we have our other community college, Halifax Community College. They just had their inauguration of our their president. I want to thank all of you who were there to attend that. I know you all were there. It was said it was just nice, the whole program. So again, we know that Education is important for us in this county. It's most important. We want to support the education system, our public school system, we want to support our two community colleges, because that's the only thing that's gonna move us forward is education. Again, thank you for coming. Are there any other board members, any other thing that you all need to say? I do. I knew we ain't used to this. Well, let's take advantage of while we got it. We'll have a motion there that we will adjourn. Yes.
Second.
We move in proper second that the meeting will adjourn. Are there any questions, discussion? All in favor, known by you sign aye.
I, Brown Taylor.
I Faulkner.
Aye.
I have it. Motion is carried. Thank y'all for coming. We ain't got no closed session. We're going right.